Suck it, suck it, suck it hard! Funky. Thank you guys for waiting, I appreciate it. Only 32 hours until you're a duchess. Enjoy your time as a countess. You only get to be a countess once. I'm really glad you like your coat of arms. I have so many pairs of MeUndies, I miss being sponsored by them. I want more of their bras. I just don't have the extra cash. I also don't wear bras super often. But like, they're basically just fabric. Fabric that sort of clamps the titties down just a little bit. But they're really cute. Alright, so, shall we look at and discuss all of our new finds before we sail away? We had a ton of giveaways back in the day. You must have either missed them or not won them. Hi, Adam. Thank you. The actual crown of the Empire. I think so, anyway. The necklace from the marker outside the... How do you say that word? Hermitage? On the moon of Mercy? Still don't know what it's made of. Hermitage. 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 Hermitag. Pff. The figurine. She looks at home here. She's the goddess from Mercy, isn't she? I wonder if we could go back to Mercy. Now that we have that statue. Got the robe. Our ship is becoming littered with things. The robe Janika hid. I wonder if we'll ever know what was so special about this robe. Probably has something to do with the crown. But yeah, here are all the various things that we've found starting to collect in our ship. I'm really upset that I let Wang catalog a couple of things, because I was like, well, we know the inscriptions and we're done, and I thought that's what I was like supposed to do, and now I regret it. I wish I hoarded everything. Alright, so we're either going to go to a new site or to Elbereth. Probably Elbereth, because we found a lot of things. We found a lot of things. I want more inscriptions. If we can go back to Gecko Lady, I want to go to Gecko Lady. Look at all these things. Okay, so we can't go to Renaki. Still. There's a ruin here that we cannot go to, nor can we go to here. We don't have enough to find the library. We've identified a swirl in the rivers shaped like an ancient glyph. Was the moon within really the site of the Library of Future Knowledge? And did the library truly hold the knowledge of a future long past? Would the key Mina gave me open its doors? I don't know enough to find this site yet. So we can go back to Iox. I don't want to talk to Mayari, but Six made it pretty clear that he would have to tell Mayari. Alright, good luck with the meetings. Hope they go quickly for you. We could go to this. Yeah, I think Elbereth is our first trip. Because we can really only go the places that are glowy. And we found a lot of things on this moon. Does anyone know how to say that word, by the way? Hermitage. Sailing to Elbereth in the wires. Didn't the Renba bot say something about wires in its claws? It's a trail in the water. We are sailing normally once more. And the fact that Six can't take over tells me that, bless the moons. Whee! Whee! Oh, we can. Alright, so we've seen everything on the way there. Hermitage? I don't know. That's why I'm asking if anybody knows. Because I have no idea how to pronounce that. I could show the crown to Oroi. I'm going to show the crown to Oroi. Hermitage. Tidge like ridge. So we're going to go to Oroi first with the crown. And then I'm going to stop by Tapi and see what he makes of all the stuff. I don't mind trading objects to him so much, because I trust him. I just have a sense like I could get them back if I really needed it. Cheers. Nothing's happening. Wait, what? Set Boyauki Rafar. Elbereth? We can finally say other things to it. Cat Kiss was not working. I didn't think that would do any good. Set Boyauki Rafar. Hibenya? I mean, this is what I wanted to do the other time we came. Just say random words at it from the ancient language and see if it recognized it. So, I'm happy to just sit here and say words at it. Yenihua, Sale Katatli. That's not the same thing that it says when we go to Elbereth. But I guess here we are. Maybe that is the same. Hey Arkels, how are ya? Hermitage also exists but has a different meaning. I guess I don't actually know the meaning of either one. If you wouldn't mind informing me. So the last emperor killed the hermit who lived on the moon we found. Then the emperor buried them in the dirt. We only know that the emperor outlived them. We do not know there was a murder. We did find a decorative knife, though. Habitation of a hermit. Ah! Secluded residence, private retreat. Okie dokie. Where are we going? I'm not touching anything, by the way. I was busy reading chat. A red or white Rhone Valley wine. So I'm assuming the first one is Hermitage, and then the second one is Hermitage. Thank you, I appreciate that. And how do the traders function? How are they able to do what they do? The money, I guess. They trade others' powerlessness for their own power. I've had enough of this place. Yeah, they're fucking vile. Second one sounds French. I don't know how to pronounce French, so I'm not even gonna try. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Ring-a-ling-a-ding-dong-gong. No, I can say it better than that. It's just been silly. Why am I not surprised? What? I was being a goof. Aaliyah. What can I do for you? There's very few things that I know how to say in French, and pretty much all of them are dirty. Although I do know part of a song, like a traditional song. Lydia sur tes roses joues, et sur ton coffret assez blanc, roule étincelant, l'eau fluide que tout de nous. Le jour qui lui allume, oublions l'éternelle tombe. Les étés baisés de colombes, chanter sur ta lèvre en fleurs, sur ta lèvre en fleurs. Un lys caché répond sans cesse, une odeur divine, something, something, and then I don't remember the words. Frère Jacques? I don't remember that one either, but I know that very American. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. But we never learned it like with proper French pronunciation. Something, something, blop, blop, something, something, blop, blop. Ding, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong. Tell her about the crown. I found something incredible out there, Oroy. Oh, did you? A purpose for your life, maybe? Can you keep a secret? And also better, but also, I want to tell you. Please let me tell you. All right. Fine. Now I'm intrigued. We sailed into the cyclones and found a moon. A dusty, rocky place, totally deserted, and... Wait. You sailed into the cyclones? Aaliyah. I'm fine. Are you mad? Do you want to hear about what I found or what? And it wasn't that dangerous. Sonne les matines? I don't know how to read French. It was your sort of thing. Don't you use me to justify your risks. It really wasn't that dangerous. It was smooth sailing, actually. Just a little fast. It was just fast. Only an enormous space storm 10 times bigger than Elbereth. Did you even know if there was a river out? Mistress, you cannot be intending to give the Emperor's crown to this woman. Not to keep, but look at it! Look at it! Look what I found! Oroy held the crown gingerly, like it was some kind of injured animal. Goddess preserve me. What are you? The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under them. It was for a robot. The goddess was a robot. I'm calling it now. What is this? It's a crown of the Emperors of Iox. Also, I was hoping you could tell me. Can you open it? I was hoping you could tell me. I like... You want me to take it apart? Gently. Alright then. I didn't say take it apart. But just like it was supposed to open. Just open it and then close it back. Oh. That makes me nervous, but also... I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person. She's entirely trustworthy. In such a place. You're super judgy. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. What's the worst that could happen is she breaks it. She'll figure it out. I believe in her. That crown is a treasure of the Empire. He's so mad. All Mistress Oroy will likely do is lose it. With no offense intended to Mistress Oroy, that is. She's just in her house/workshop. How is she gonna lose it? I'll let you know what I find. Ask something more. Look after the crown, Oroy. Don't let it out of your sight. It's already out of her sight. She left it on a table. Don't offer me advice on being cautious, Aaliyah. How many robots have you lost now? How are things here? Not getting any better. See you around, Aaliyah Elastra. Okay, let's go visit Toppy. I am so excited. We're gonna visit Toppy and then I'm gonna come right back because I'm impatient. Do you think Mistress Oroy can be trusted? Yes. I'm sure of it. Oroy's honest. She can't even lie. Well, that's not great. We want her to be able to lie to people who aren't us, at least. I believe in her. She's driving away with it. I don't think cars exist in this world. I suggest we return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari what you have done with the crown. Time to go, Mistress? Hell no! We gotta go visit Toppy! We have so many artifacts! I want to show him everything, get more inscriptions. There's so much to do. You know, I find it really fascinating that every time we pass the slave markets, that Six doesn't let us just go past it every time. Perhaps one telescope found by Renba led to the other, Mistress. We know these scopes were recording the skies and transmitting data somewhere. Perhaps the telescopes also communicated with each other. We can get to Taupi's this way. If we just ignore what he said. Because, yeah, it's not like I forget, but I tried to talk to the trader to see if we could somehow help free them, but that's not really how the game works. That's a whole other game in this universe. And I would play that game. The scope Renba found in the buried boat led him to the hideout. The scope he found there might have led him on, but then his ship exploded. If only there was a way to find out where he was going. You are suggesting a triangulation, mistress. The data is thin indeed. Would that help? I tried to put the telescope in the holder. More telescopes, mistress. A triangulation requires 3 or more pints. If we assume the scope aboard the ship was bound for or taken from somewhere near Elbereth. Wait, mistress. Oh, so maybe we go back to the dig site and there's a spot to put it there. And then we have to find one that goes where the ship was crashed. Because I think we found 2. Several sites, all recording the rivers from distant viewpoints. All recording one particular spot. And Janika stumbled up onto it. I don't know if stumbled is the right word, but yeah, I appreciate that the game, even though the market is not the main point of the game and not really something that you can do anything about it, I really appreciate that it gives it proper weight by bringing it up and remarking on it. And if we ever can do something about it, of course I'm going to. Aaliyah, come on in. Here's one of my favorite characters. Taupi. I've picked up a few items you might be interested in. Oh, yes. He's an antiques dealer. Chipped amulet made at a ruined library. And sometimes he has weird stuff. Sometimes he's got stuff with inscriptions on it. But also he's just kind of like, you know, he's got sticky fingers. Nice enough. Still, I can probably do something with that. I have something of a similar period, I think. How is that even possible? Yes, this is it. An antler figurine of a snake. It has been carved with symbols, too. Yes, yes, inscriptions, yeah, inscriptions, yeah. This is the end of a longer line of text. I wonder if all of these pieces fit together. That would be quite the endeavor, then. Every? I think this is death. This here is death. This I don't know. This says makes. Builds us, makes us. Do it. Faster. Makes us something. Boosh ba boop ba doop ba doop. Makes us. Think makes is correct. Yaha! Because build, like build or make. This is death. I 100% on that. Death makes us. So if this is strong, then this is negation of strong. I would say weaker. And when I say negation, I don't mean the exact opposite. This comes from the same place as the chipped amulet and the dagger that I discovered on the Hermitage Moon. It must have been common to travel between the two locations. So, you've seen it. The figurine for your chipped golden amulet. I think it said the bird didn't have anything on it? Or was this not the bird? Every death makes us metal. I can't actually growl, and also, this game is heavy on my vocals, so I should be a little careful. I can't remember if the chipped golden amulet had inscriptions on it. I guess I'll agree. I don't want him to not show me more things. I think this looks rather good here. I think I have more things to show you, Toppy. Artifact. I've uncovered a few more items you might be interested in. Yes? The necklace. This is a necklace dating from the earliest days of the nebula. You spoil me. I have something of a similar period, I think. You are just a fucking treasure trove. A surprising treasure trove. Here we are. A metal lantern carved with the impression of a wing. It's incredible and ancient. On the base is something etched. Yes. Or is that I? Yep, that's I live. Or life is in there somewhere. 4. This, there's one time. This doesn't feel right. Yeah, I didn't think 1 was in there. Time, 4, and I. I'm sure my translation for time is right. Hell yeah. Solidify those translations, baby. So if this is hold, and this is involved in life-like things, show or lead? Die. I think it's love. Or maybe it's lead. It's aid and loyal. Hold. We're not sure about loyal. Or was this protection-y bit? I forget. I love for... So if this is 1, and this is time, and this is anti-1, I think last... I love for the last time would make more sense. Or maybe it's not die, because it's not close to death. Does I love for last time? He is thrilled. This comes from the same source as the necklace. The one I found on the Hermitage moon. Having this should be helpful in pinning down where these were made. Lantern for your rough necklace. Alright, I want the lantern. Lantern, useful, good, nice. I also don't think the necklace has anything written on it. I can't quite remember. I'll be sorry to sell this one when the time comes. Do we have anything else to show him? What you give me will keep me in business for a week. Anything else, let me consider another time, my fine lady. I still want to show you things. How are you doing, Toppy? Listen, Toppy. Where do you get all this stuff from? People bring me things. They leave things lying around. Does everyone take something away as well? We're a fair society. Everyone gets something. They get lost. Alright, goodbye, Toppy. See you later. I wish we could go back to Huang. But I can't go there knowing what I know. Because then Six is going to rat me out to Mayari, and I don't want to tell her anything. We have a few new artifacts to consider. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Soon not yet. I want to go back to Arroy and see if she's done with the... I think we could have gone that way. Oops, my bad. I want to see if she's done with the crown yet. I don't want to leave it here for too long. I trust her, but I don't trust other people. You don't trust Toppy? He knows us. We've known him since we were young. We've seen Arroy already today. Damn it! Fine. Game is like, nope, you can't go back. I'm gonna have to watch a VOD for this episode. Keep missing too much. Yeah, this today has been full of a lot of really important things that I don't even know if I could summarize well enough. So why did the last emperor draw a map to the site from the mural? Wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? The emperors believe in the loop, mistress. But to be reborn, you must be burned. Unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. Oh. I wonder if that was why he chose to die by the fire, if that's who died by the fire was the emperor. So maybe he was like, I guess this is close enough, I hope. And was that the emperor in the ground? Or was that the hermit? Speak to the gate again. I kind of just want to talk to it. Set Boyaki Refar. I want to see if Cat Kiss does anything. Remenya mi ieni hua. It's failed again. I think because we know Kibenya, it refuses. That's fascinating. This game is so good. I still don't know why the normal gate word stopped working. Is it only not working for me? That's my question. Still, now I have a way through, I suppose. Maybe the gate doesn't like me carrying this dagger. Oh, you're just, like, carrying it around? Six, take the dagger back to the ship! Oh my fuck. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Maybe that's why the marker is there. No, we know that's... There was an inscription on the marker that said, stay buried. Like, stay dead. And we know that the beliefs is that... Mistress! What's wrong? I have a result, mistress. What kind of result? The triangulation of the telescopes, mistress, that Renba found. Assuming they were recording devices transmitting data to each other and to a central source. Assuming they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular sector of the nebula from many angles, while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. Mistress, I believe I have a new location for your archaeological investigations. Evidently, it is far further than we have ever been. Sweet! How far is this site, Six? Significantly further than the air tanks of the Nightingale would allow, mistress. Boo! Tease. Renba's Lost Observatory. But we can't reach it. Is this the great distance, the darkness that Renba's... Okay, I gotta read that again. Six has triangulated the network of telescopes. We've pinpointed a location in the cloudy, murky reaches of the distant nebula. Is this the great distance, the darkness that Renba's ghost had meant? As always, over the centuries, a few artifacts had somehow crossed the gulf of space to be found. But without a river to sail on, the journey to the site is impossible. I could go looking for the site now. Not yet. Yeah, I was just curious. We'll have to go to the site from the mural. I want to go to Age of Sail site. There's a library there. I don't want to go here. Like, I know we can't quite. What's over here? Oh, there's an unexplored ruin. All right, yeah. There's too much extra stuff. Set Boyauki Rafar. Kibenya is the water goddess. I said cat kiss to it. Yeni Huake. It's working again. I didn't want to actually go up. I was just messing with the gate. We're going to go back down, and I want to see if Kibenya will let me up as well, or if that's only when I'm carrying the dagger. Claudia Black. I don't know who that is. Maybe you can turn on the moon's sight that controls the water? Well, I have a theory about the crystals, because they create sort of an anti-gravity, but the game has not let us really test that theory yet. Just like we tried to come speak different words to the gate before. I guess I know we'll be back here, so we can come say Kibenya at it before. I've never seen Farscape. But that's so interesting. I was holding the dagger and the gate was like, no, no. And so we left the surface of Elbereth with newfound knowledge, the location of the observatory Renba was looking for. Yeah, we did a lot. Oh no, that was a long ass time ago. Long ass time ago. I just wanna... Renba took the last emperor's body. Okay, so we're assuming that it's the hermit that's buried there and that the emperor stabbed them and buried them. And then Renba took the last emperor's body, and that was the body that died by the fire. Alright. I just wanted to see if the amulet had inscriptions on it. I don't think it did, though. I'm not familiar with Pitch Black either. Mistress, I should inform you that I've told— No! Why did you do that? You betrayed me. I might ask why you did not want me to, mistress. Because I don't fucking trust Mayari. She's hiding something. I really should return this to Merzi. Though I've grown rather attached to it. Interesting. The nebula, I'm going to rest. I guess it's time to— He's so mad at me. I'm mad at you! I was ignoring Iox on purpose. Did you watch the Ori season? What? I don't understand what you said there. Well, I'm going to avoid Iox. I can't believe you fucking did that. We're gonna go up here to this site, this ruin. We saw a ruin here but didn't land. That was not on purpose. His angry little face, I know. But I'm not upset about it this time. Okay, so I can't actually go there. Why? Well, we're gonna go to the site from the mural? Or we could try to go to the Age of Sail site. An eclectic series of ancient artifacts, most noticeably Topi's curious metal sphere, something from the same age as the buried ship. A lost city, perhaps. I could scour this area for more evidence to pin down the site's precise location. Or wait until I know something else. I say we go for it. Let's sail into the unknown! Into the unknown! Into the unknown! Ah! Either of the branches continues to our destination. Okay. Stargate SG-1 Villains Ori? I've never seen any of Stargate. So I have literally zero idea what you were talking about. We have reached uncharted waters, mistress. Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye out for any ruins. And I think I saw something just now. Well, why didn't you say anything before? I didn't see anything. But it's gone now. What? Speak up. She also voiced Chloe in Uncharted 2. Cool. I really liked Uncharted 2. I think gameplay-wise, 2 was my favorite. Go left, mistress. And then, story-wise, 3 was my favorite. Morgan. Alright, apparently she's gotten around, huh? Professionally. The way from here is through unknown waters, mistress. There is an unexplored river to the right. Hell yeah! Explore me, river daddy! But I think it might head towards our target. Well, I should hope so since I'm already in it. The Withering Ways. We might explore? You mean... Alright, well, I'll reset. So that's something that I'm a little unclear about, is whether we're... like, which one is explore and which one is... like... because it was telling me to go this way before. I could spend hours.
For the longest time, Mayari didn't know about the Nightingale. I would hitch lifts with robot couriers to Elbereth, then slip away to play aboard the ship. Until one day, when Oroi reckoned she could figure out how to launch it. And of course, I didn't know how to stop. I pretty much crashed into the dock on Iox.
By the waters. Did I go really off course here? Ooh! Look at these orange clouds. Woo-wee! Look at it go! Vicinity of the Age of Sail site. We seem to have emerged close to the Age of Sail site, mistress. Going to the left. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Which way now? I think he doesn't know. Oh! Check this one. Yeah, well, we can go there. That's a loop-de-loop on the way back. I think I went the wrong way here. The river to our right. We'll continue our search, mistress. Okay. I'll do my best to get over there. Otherwise, it loops us back. Oh boy. Go! Whee! That's not where I'm trying to look. Okay, so up here and then to the right. Sometimes I'm okay at map. You cannot turn around, no. That's why when it says you've missed the passing, you just miss it. And you can redo it. A ruin. I would guess it dates from the Age of Sail, mistress. Wait, mistress. I recovered a heavily scratched compass. Just lying out there? Oh! It's very fine, only it doesn't work, Six. Look, it never has. The needle is stuck down. Would anyone make a broken compass? Perhaps the owner did not like to travel, mistress. Okay. So I want to see if I can... I want to try to get to this one. Because I feel like this is going to be the one since it's nice and open there. So if I can get further south... The maker didn't include an inscription on the casing. I think this originates from the exact place we're after. We must be getting close. So yeah, if I can go, like, swoop down, so go left, and then to the right. Do not turn right, mistress. Why? You're very upset about it. That turning will return us to the rivers. Okay. And where are we now? Now we go to the right? If I'm reading the map correctly. Just spend all my time sailing around the water. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Seems we've not been down either of these paths. There's a way out over... Oh. I think this probably swoops back around, but like, we're gonna go to the right here. Because that's where the ruin is that we're trying to find. Oh, fuck. I turned too early. No! Alright, turn to the right. We'll continue our search. I'm getting turned around here. We went in a circle and I got confused. Alright, so now we're going around the circle. So skip that one and then go to the next one. Right? Nope, I'm going the wrong way now. Fuck! Help me! It's a little hard to try to navigate this. Okay, so there's a branching path. I think I want to take the one that's left and then go down. Turn left to continue searching. Compass does not have inscription! That means it's a pile of shit. Anything that doesn't have an inscription is doo-doos to me. Sail! Boo-ba-doo-boo-ba-doop. Boo-ba-doo-boo. La-la-la-la-la-la-la. Okay, but how do I get over there is the question. I'm desperately trying. Do not turn right. Okay. Alright, so here we are on the left again. And we're going... Okay, so now we're back down. This is going to be difficult to do here. So don't take this turning to the right. Don't do it! Sail is now 10 years old? No fucking way. And JP, we sometimes have kale in the... No! How did that... No! Fuck's sake, how did that happen? No! I'm trying to get over here! I didn't turn! Oh, asshole. Yeah, sometimes we keep kale. Because there's, like, not edible kale. That can be used in floral arrangements. And I often sing that song because we have kale. Kale! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. It's not my driving. It has nothing to do with driving. It's navigating is really hard. So I take the direction over to the right here. Because there's flows, but it's just really hard to read. And my ship marker takes up a lot of space, so it's hard to tell whether that's a turn that I've seen or not. Hey, Pets and Goo, but why did you call me lady? No! 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 Okay, so if I take the turn to the right here, then this should go around here, and then I'll eventually be able to go left, but I can't. So I need to get into this loop and stay, like, somehow get out of the loop. It's much harder to navigate when you're in the actual waters, in the ship. It's really hard to see. So either of these directions is okay, because they both will flow into the circle. Do not turn left. Fucking why? I just turned left. That was left. See what I mean? It's difficult. So left goes that way. Okay, I get that. So then up here, I go to the right. Yes? Hang on, I gotta really focus. And then here, I can go, like, sort of straighter, or I want to go straight forward, not veer off to the right. I thought that's what I've been fucking doing. This should take us the right direction. I don't know why. Okay. I swear that's what I've done 80 times. The water droplets go right. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Okay, so I'm actually where I'm trying to be. Phew! That took a long-ass fucking time. I swear I did that like 80 times. a rune from the Age of Sail. This should only take a few moments. Good job, Lecta. Thank you. I found a scratched devotional icon fashioned from brass. I wonder how long it's been out there. There's an inscription. Inscription time! Yes! This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. Nothing? What do you mean nothing? What do you mean nothing? You are full of bullshit. Okay, so now we're trying... Oh. There's an Age of Sail site over here. But we can't actually go in there. So we're trying to go here now. So I would want to go... I can follow this and then go left. And then go right after that. Okay. I'd say this was made on the site we're searching for. It must be nearby. This should make the site we're hunting easier to find. Which way, 6? Okay, so I went to the left. Now I want to go to the... Where the fuck am I? See what I mean? Supposedly there's only fucking one river here. Left is not an actual way. Okay. But it's thick and confusing. I think I go right. And then go right. It would seem we have not been down either of these paths. Yeah, but we're going over here. It's very bright. There's something up ahead. Water asteroid. There's not enough room to land the ship, mistress. I will ready the hopper. I got an inscription! I get excited! The inscriptions are super exciting to me. Oh, thank you for contributing to movie time. The spatial calculator Toppy gave me was fashioned here, I think.
A single rocky peak was topped by a gleaming ruin.
There's a person up there. Also, this looks like a fucking observatory.
And what a jewel it was. Like a half-cut gemstone.
This place is falling apart. We could have arrived too late. There's totally a person up there! Mistress, do you see that? Yes! A human peoples! I didn't see anything. I totally saw something. I saw a human with my eyeballs, my observant eyeballs. I thought I saw, but no, it was nothing. You're a fucking liar. It might be possible to scramble up. Okay. I do not like unknowns. Unknowns are like rats. They carry risk. A walled city. It hardly seems large enough. Okay, so we cannot go any further to the left. We can go up, though. Oh, there's so much to look at. Ah! You know me, I'm gonna walk away from all of the points of interest to try and find other hidden points of interest. We can go around this way.
We slipped around the corner of the great building, clinging to the narrowest of
I wasn't
paths.
done over there, just... Okay, that's great. The drop is precipitous. I still wanted to look at the things over here. I thought it was going to be a dead end, which is why I went over there. So there's multiple ways to get in here. I also wanted to take a look at the gate. There, mistress. Did you see? That time I didn't. Surely even you saw that. What do you think you saw? Risk the board game? I remember my parents used to play that a lot when I was little. I never really played it. A gate. There's a gate up there, but no stairs. And I'm not sure there ever were any stairs. It is possible visitors hoppered onto the structure itself. Symbols! That's what I thought. I was like, no, we're not passing the gate without looking at the stuff. Traced into the plasterwork, almost filled in with dust. Ha 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 ha. I know some of these words. Okay. So something to do with people. And this is involved in home, this symbol. I'm gonna guess city. Ancient city. Opens. Not quite people. We guessed robots, that might be wrong. So person opens opens door ahead. I think it's either its or your. I think it has to be its if it's you is over here. Yeah, because your and yours would probably look closer to you. Ancient city opens its. Wind. And there's river. So rivers, but not rivers. Path. Has to be path. That's what I'm guessing. Ancient city opens its path for you. For an open city, it's hard to get to. Maybe it was called a city? Can't believe this is a city. It looks huge. Well, it looks like a very large structure, let's say. Get out of here, JP. Leave. Exit. Exit stream now. I have officially yeeted you. Yeah, we're gonna go around this corner. 'Cause to me, this is the safest way in. There's no telling that we'd be able to open the gate. There's a break in the wall. Too high for you? Indeed, mistress. But I believe I have an alternative. Okay. Don't get crushed. 6? Where are you going? What? 6 just freaking disappeared. 6, where did you go?
There was no sign.
Huh. I think maybe 6 went down this bit and then up around somewhere. Hey, Coffee, how you doing? Hey, Amber, how are you? How's everybody today? Thank you all so much for stopping in. I really do appreciate it, and I adore this game. I'll go by myself then. Fuck you.
And for a moment, the sight seemed only quiet instead of empty. Like I might walk around a corner and find someone painting, or reading, or watching the sky.
There's somebody else here! We saw them.
But, of course, there was no one here.
There's definitely somebody
and when
here.
the emptiness came back, it was double.
Aww. So first of all, there's plants. These are a rare occurrence. Water is very scarce on all of these moons. Oh! It's quite a view from here. You can see forever. Visibility isn't that great. I think you're using your imagination. All the way to the nebula's end. You adore what little you've seen? Language stuff? Yeah! Amber! Oh, you would love this game. Where are you, Six? Have you actually abandoned me this time? So, you're an archaeologist, and you run around finding artifacts and reading inscriptions and trying to figure out this ancient language, and there's a whole mystery, and there's lore, and just, it's so good. And the music is beautiful, and the art is great. Something was removed from here, but there's no way to tell what. I bet you Toppy's device was not what I was gonna guess. The circular thing? But sure. There are no connections on the base. And it's too small. Must have been something bigger, or maybe it's that, but bigger. So ornate. So decorative. We also basically grew up in a slum city. So I'm having a little bit of trouble deciding which direction to go first. Because we just landed here, we've never been here before. Proof you don't need a 3 full-day game of 3D animations. Oh, this game is so good. A shoe! And how did you get here? I was not mean! Did you hop? Although Six betrayed us, I'm still mad about it. What was this place? I don't know, but I want to look all up in everything. There's something under here. Ah! A hardbound book made of skin-like paper, dating from ancient times? And there's a printed motif on the cover. Inscriptions! Woo! This one is several words. Alright. So we've got... I think that's people. It says me, but I don't think that's right. But it's making me put me there. Me. Got through. Possibly open. Not sold on that translation. Is Gates in there any place? That's Gates. Put Gates there instead. Get out of there, open. Through gates. Light through the gates, maybe? No good. I'd have to start again and try it a different way. Alright, try it a different way. I didn't think it was me in the first place. I think Gates is correct. Through or via. Still might be wrong. Light. My translation, light, doesn't seem correct anymore. Oh? Another long one, but I'm sure it reads as through. Okay, so we know through for sure. Confident about Gates. Excellent. We're confirming our previous translations. So it's related to me, but it's like a body part, like I. This is the person indicator, and this is subject, because it's in me and we. So it's some personal... Maybe it's this, because it's object, but also this little light of mine. It's not treasure. It's related to knowledge. Book seems fine. This book... So we've got home and buried. So this is like container indicator. And this is motion. So whether it's... So this indicates motion. And this is in buried, but I don't... It was in something else. I can't remember what it was. This book through the gates... This book through the gates. This book came through the gates is turns or twists or sits. Sat? Came makes more sense. this book is through the gates. I think it's too long to be is. It's got too much in common with the other container words that we have. Home. Buried could also be incorrect. That's not confirmed. Home is confirmed. I think it's came because this is motion and going like through a container. He only betrayed you because you were mean to him. Hey! Don't you start more lies. And yeah, this usually indicates a verb, the little double there. If it's at the start. This book came through the gates. That'll do for now. If only we could read the whole volume. I think this comes from the same site as the Silver Key. The one Mina said came from a library. This should help us locate it. Hell yes! Hell yes! So, when you find 3 objects from the same area, it lets you triangulate a spot. Okay, are all of these cracked open that I can get into? No. I'm trying to be thorough and do only one spot at a time, but I'm worried that one of these is going to open up into a larger space. But I'm guessing not. They seem all like little rooms. Oh, another book, another book, another book! Another book, another book! Another book, another book. The pages are rotten through. No! Just mulch and a frayed binding. That's unfortunate. What about this? These are no better. But what's that? So much moisture on this moon. Nothing paper could last. This place looks like Renaka, sorry. K-I makes a K sound. No, it's Renaki. It's Q-I makes a K sound. Okay, so this space definitely leads to the bigger area. So does around the other corner. So let's slip in this door that is ajar. Open it. It's stuck. Rubble on the inside, perhaps. Give it a little shove. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Barely even rooms. Probably storage. I feel if I could understand them, then I'd understand this whole place. There's a statue over here, which you want to bet there's inscription by the statue. And then I'll decide whether we're going over to the left or the right. With no arms, I don't recognize her. But she's got one eye like the others. Well, I guess there's no inscription. It might be hidden by all this vegetation. And a big part of me wants to move... Ah! Who's got an inscription? You've got an inscription, and I'm gonna fucking read it. I stand or stay into or toward something. I don't know what this is. We don't know that yet. You. Plants. Something about plants. Oh wait, there's more. Plants. Plant grounds. Gardens. Of. I stand into something of your gardens. This doesn't feel right. It's close. So I stand or stay of you. I can add my translation for stand. Good job. I stand. So we said this was ended. And this is toward. So toward plus ended. In front or ahead? And it doesn't have the negation. So I'd say in front. It would be the rear if it had the X in it. Could be source. I think it's in front. In front of your serpent. Defended mine stronger. I think it's garden. I'm gonna say snake though, because it's the only thing that lives in a garden. I stand in front of you, snake. 4 felt right, so in front, yeah. I think that's correct. That doesn't look like a serpent, though. Every time Lecta says inscription, I hear Dragon Age enchantment guy. Will's favorite. Enchantment? Except for not having any arms. Well, there's this right here, which is a mural, and I'm super excited to come look at it. We've got some beautiful water features. And what do we think this is? The Eagle and Sun. Sure. I would have not guessed Eagle and Sun, but okay. So this is an Empire period site? It looked older to me. Unless the Eagle and Sun symbol predates the Empire. Which would make sense because it was on the dagger. Which I'm assuming killed the hermit guy. Alright. So, what do we think? Go down this hallway or go over there where there was paper? There were papers. Let's go, I'm gonna go counterclockwise. Or no, this is clockwise, just kidding. Lil. We're gonna go clockwise. I'm gonna make sure to look backwards and forwards and in every little corner. Every tiny little corner. Does look kind of like a nautilus. Where have you got to, Six? Did you go chasing your ghost? It's not a ghost! There's a person! I'm not ready to be in there. I'll come in there later. I'm worried that they're gonna stop me from looking at stuff if we go talk to them. I want to explore while there's no one to interrupt me. You've no way back to the Nightingale without Six. Yeah, who cares? Perhaps you should have been nicer to it. She really does not like robots. I mean, in that moment we weren't mean. Six was just like, I've got a better way in, bye. Oh, a rope. Does it make a ding-dong? Leading up to the next floor of this place. There might have been stairs here once. Ah, I want to look down. The entire mountain is tumbling away. It reminds me of what happened to 4. What happened to 4? Okay, I do want to test the rope, but... Alright, test the rope. Feels pretty firm. Yeah, it does. I love penis vagina. How anyone got up there to tie it, I don't know. Well, let's explore a little further. Six would hate me even looking at this. That's just jealousy. Can robots be jealous? Apparently they can hope because hope is mathematical. So we can't go further around this way. I want to go back to the other side and try and get around the other way. Again, I see 6 and I see the person. Where's that a statue? Okay, that's a statue, but whatever. That's definitely a continue the story, and I'm definitely still in let me explore everything mode. Hell yeah, that's what she said. Don't you like a nice firm rope? Or would you rather be pushing rope? Which, it's a interesting phrase. See, there's stairs right over here. We don't have to use the rope. Look, there's stuff everywhere! A fruit. Over 1,000 years old. So how does that work? Kind of looks like a fruit cup, but I guess it's just chopped in half. Look, there's a little footprint on the wall. Aw, I bet you kids sat in there here and played. Drawings. Not ancient for once, but just scribbles. Looks like a family. I wonder if these were drawn by a child? Well, yeah, and there's a little cup, and there's very clear. This is very clearly where kids were playing, or a child was playing. Here's more. That one looks like a robot. With a flat head. And there's stairs! Are you mathematically jealous? 1 + 1 = yes. Another stuck door. The roof must be falling in every time the ground gives way. Lucky the dome is still holding. Oh, good. So I do see the stairs. I'm just trying to do everything that's in this one area for... There's so much. This gate clearly never opened. What if you spoke to it? No hinges. No lock. I want to go back to the outside, eventually, and see if I can step up to it like the gates of Elbereth and speak to it. They're drawn in charcoal, I think. Should rub right off. Dancers, maybe? They dance and dance and dance and dance and dance and dance and... Will you go to the prom with me? A crumpled blanket. Older than the one we found at the other moon? Thrown off when someone woke up, then left here. But this room can't ever have been someone's home, and it doesn't look much like a cell. Maybe it's an orphanage. You grew up in an orphanage. A gate with no hinges. That's a wall. The work of a child, most likely. There's water. There's a little hand. So they shake hands and look each other in the eyes. And there's a swirly whirly and robot heads. Whoever slept here made a fire. Mr. Lenny Shelby, hello and welcome. They burned old chairs, boxes, floorboards. Surely it's not. No. I wondered if it was still warm, but of course it isn't. Someone camped in this room after this place was abandoned. That'll be whoever ate the fruit. I eat your fruit. Something written above the door! Woo! I adore this game. I think it is absolutely unique and fantastic, and I cannot wait to see the rest of it. This is 2 words, not 1. Open sesame! Home, and an object of the home, that would be a door or an entrance. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Life could be so much more with you, with you, with you, with you. It's like it's been chewed. Love is an open door. Did it fall away brick by brick? Or did it all collapse at once? This was the favorite game I played last year. Not many people played it. It's super unfortunate. I'm definitely gonna recommend it to anyone who will listen. Huh? That's a hopper eye. I fucking knew it! That's why the gate. We gotta be outside. We gotta talk to the gate. People came in that way. That's... Yep. I want to go back outside. I'm gonna go upstairs first and explore over there. I need to eat something. I'm gonna grab some carrots and hummus and I'll mute while I'm chomping. I can't stop. I'm gonna go grab this and I'm like, I can't peel myself away. So we play this once a week. Mark's in the woodwork. Alright. Played it 3 times and still haven't found anything? Holy everything, you mean? I mean? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, give me 1 sec. I realized I don't need carrots and hummus. I have chili and rice, which is a lot less obnoxious to eat on stream. So there goes the micro... Jesus, JP. There are no strawberries in there! Alright, so we have heavens and we... The heavens could be wrong. Ignore the noise. I know it's very loud, the microwave. It goes like crunk, crunk, crunk. It must be R. We blank and we blank strong. That's the only thing that makes sense. And this sequence also looks like my translation for sky. It's also a small word. We guessed cup. Cup could be wrong. I just guessed cup because of the water, and I didn't like the other options that it gave me. Could be rich. Rich might be related to holy. Silent. Fair. We are good and we are strong. I mean... Water is revered, so that makes more sense. You thought it was a controller like vibrating on the countertop? No, it just makes that noise. I don't know why. See? No strawberries. None. A 0 amount of strawberries. Strawberries are fucking expensive. I wish I had strawberries. Are we sure the microwave is safe? It doesn't have the inscription for safe on it, so I'm not positive. Amber, not you too! But yeah, it's a hand-me-down microwave. It works, it just makes noise. Oh, I hate when something's in your house making noise and you can't figure out what it is. Zip, zap, a bing bong. I could still change my mind, but we are fair and we are strong. What are other variants for cup? I don't remember, and I didn't want to click on it to get away from this inscription. think it was something to do with treasure. I don't remember. Locked. Try the key you've got. Just, no? Alright. Wah, alright. Ooh! Something here. Is it a key left under a mat? Piece of a nebula map? Oh! Well then. Yes, more inscriptions. That's presumptuous of you to think that roommates or basements exist. Okay, so we've got myself. Again, I don't think that's right. Or this. We could put this there. This is... something towards... Goddess... Come here. Goddess of... Clearly wrong. Okay. This. Excuse me. Give me is Sparta towards of. This is towards of. Is must be right as well. Excellent. We just learned is just 2 seconds ago. Sail. So it's an object related to sail or wind. Path, phoenix, grateful, or song. I think it's probably path. Although I feel like we guessed path to something else. This is the path towards... This is temple. This is for sure temple. Of... something below? Or like away from or under? The river. So it's close to river, but it's not a river. It's the opposite of a river? The sun, maybe? I mean, that would explain the dome, and it's, you know, headed towards... Oh, but it's a map it's not talking about over here. Never mind!
Oh, look!
But what's the opposite of a river? Maybe the nebula? Or could be ice. It's ice! Temple of Ice? I don't know. Not sure. Don't tell me. Plurmerant. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the court of the hype. Here is your meerkat. Welcome, dance. What's worse, hearing noises from your basement or hearing noises from your basement but you don't have a basement? Unstable Deus. Hello. Welcome. Canyon might have been right. Although Temple of Canyon. I think this comes from the same source as the book I found here earlier. Sweet! Enough evidence collected to search for the site of an ancient library. Hell yes! Sorry for eating on stream. I try not to do it, but I was very, very hungry, and I want to keep playing this game. So... Rather than stop, I figured I could just snarf. Snarf a little. I'm gonna go around to the other side where the rope was, and I'm gonna climb up that rope. And then I'll come back down and look in that inner room that Six was in. It's just a sinkhole. What if it's a ghost basement? We didn't specify human noise. Why is it human noise? So yeah, I see Six in there, but I'm going upstairs. Can I not? No, let me on the rope. Oh. Are you gonna tell me I can't climb the rope? Didn't it give me an option before? Someone was sleeping here recently. I wonder where they went. And did they have a ship? And why can't I climb the rope? We tested the rope. And she was like, it seems firm, and I was like, cool. I'll climb up it in a minute. I want to look around first, but I guess gotta talk to Six. Hello, Six.
At the building's heart was a domed chamber. Every footstep rang like a bell, and the room was large, like it was larger than the walls that held it. Like a whole other moon was contained inside this room.
In before chat says TARDIS. What are you doing, Six? You left me. I had to. I saw something. It led me here. Again. Again? What do you mean again? Indeed, mistress. I know this place, mistress. I have been here many times. Go on. Every time I was here, mistress, this place was somewhere different. Memories are a new sensation to me. I do not know how to understand what is in my mind. You're a robot, Six. Either you know something or you don't. I agree, mistress. In theory. And yet... Spit it out! I remember. I remember a king. A king with an iolite crown. His judgments were fair. He was much loved. But his daughters schemed against him. Why? Each daughter thought he loved another more. Resentment festered, until each killed him in a different way. Slow poison, a knife in the back. But the youngest daughter's method was the cruelest. She hoppered her father into a crack in the palace stonework. She became queen, but she never found any pleasure in it. What the fuck? She was plagued by her father's voice, Yeah, because you stuck him in the wall. Inside the walls. Where did you think his voice was going to come from? Berating her for her flaws. It makes no sense, mistress. How could I have seen all that? Maybe you weren't always a robot. Or maybe... Because I have a theory that the Emperor is a robot. But then I also remember a woman, shipwrecked. She lay here on this floor, dressed only in rags. She carved her name into boards torn from her ship, which would never sail again, and she tossed them onto the rivers, hoping to be rescued. Keep going. That's enough. No! Shut your dick, Aaliyah! I want to hear everything. This is like listening to a grandmother on Harvest Day. I'm not saying any of those things, because I don't believe that. What's happening to me, mistress? Am I losing my mind? Well, I would say you're just a robot, but I mean, we were visited by Renba, so isn't it possible then that robots can contain people's memories? In which case that would make sense. And obviously, don't tell me if you know whether I'm right or wrong. I'm theory crafting. It's a little like the statue outside, but a different goddess. The ancient pantheon had 7 gods, I think. Gods always seem to have one eye, so that they're extra focusing. Touch it! Always touch it when that's an option. Goddess, but you're made of wood. Painted to look like stone. Well, that's cool. This has got to be a temple space. You can feel it. The hush, the quiet. This place must have once held hundreds. I cannot feel anything, mistress. Well, way to ruin a moment, dude. But I do observe a room with a large capacity and meticulous acoustics, an excellent location for singing. Good faith. Listen to the echo. This room was built for that. Wood and it didn't rot. It's probably drier here on the inside. And a huge wooden statue is not as fragile as a book or a sheaf of paper. Some kind of chest? This looks like stone. You know, if 3 daughters simultaneously and independently decide to kill you, you might not have been a good dad. I mean, apparently he was a good ruler. That doesn't mean he was a good dad, but... Why am I saying dad like that? Dad. Alright, look inside. A sword for stabbing dad. Same as the goddess, it's made of wood. I'm assuming for a kid to play with, then. Inscription!
China! Daoud me daddy.
Daoud me daddy. Thank you for that cheer, Uncle T. I appreciate it. I am done eating now. What was I gonna say? Sacred geometry is a thing? In what culture? I was an anthropology major, so this shit just rustles every Jimmy that I have. I had a thought. It's gone. May gods guide or bring or give or lead. I think it's one of those because it's a verb and it's got the motion text. I'm going to see. This is definitely your 100%. This is person. This is movement. This is all. Verb? Verby? Verb-ish? It's got two. I don't think, and it's not hand. Rest? Decision or swing? Huh. No idea. May gods bring your swing. It's a sex swing. You want to be safe while you do it. I mean, may gods guide your hand would make sense. It is saying it's related to pray. Or no, this is related to pray, just kidding. It's not in or at, and I don't think it's demand. This doesn't look demanding. It's got the movement in it. So it's one of these. I don't think it's rest, because there's movement. I think it's just straight up too long to be hand. So I think decision, maybe. Although I don't have anything to make me guess that other than it's related to a person and swing is an object. And it's, you know, verby. It's verb-ish. I think it has to be guide. Citadels of Europe were built with specific geometric ratios. Ratios which have specific acoustic properties. Stonehenge, the still standing version, has similar ratios. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. What am I missing here? Lots. Clearly a rich site. But the wooden props, all these cheap fakes. Oh! That looked like it moved. I think that was just a glitch. I don't think that was meant to move, but... I wanted to see if she had an inscription on her. Although it would kind of be like going into a Christian church and having, like, Christ on the cross and it's just labeled Jesus! Like as if, like they kind of expect you to know who that is at that point. The curtains! No. A doorway. Hell yes! I suppose the priests materialize from here. Let's see where this goes. Yes, but I also want to see back where we were. There's still stairs and stuff. You're just going. Honey.
The far side was open to the wind and the dark.
Alright, fine, I'm not upset about it. This place is gorgeous. This whole game is gorgeous. Gudi's Sagrada Familia Basilica is rife with numerical witticism and design. I'm sure I said that really, really poorly. Somebody's working way through the trees for firewood. We gotta get whoever's living here out of here. Or like with a garden that's meant to be chopped. It feels wrong to be like, I'm gonna chop up all these special trees. Oh god. A sculpture? Made of sticks, shoes, a coffee pot. Something like a scarecrow? Oof. Ah, you fell down, you little clumsy. I was never any good at dancing. So maybe it's not a scarecrow. Maybe it's just for funsies. But I figured because it was like this, you recognize the dancer's pose, don't you, Aaliyah? You should. Do I? It's a swirler from Elbereth. Imagine 5 of them holding hands, going in and out and around each other. It's pretty good, really. Alright, that's fucking cool! There's no chance this sculpture's lasted hundreds of years, so whoever was living here had time on their hands. It feels like desecration of a culturally significant site. Yeah, for sure. Not that we haven't destroyed plenty of... By all the waters, what? Tread lightly, Aaliyah. Well, I wasn't trying to go off the edge, just to look. A spoop troop. Well, there's only one, so not quite a troop. Also, welcome back. How was your nap? And this is a beautiful view. I'm wondering if they're trying to let me see a person or just see, like, hey, there's an upstairs there. Because there's the rope that it wouldn't let me climb up. There's doors. I'm definitely going in the door. Or is this where I came out of? No, I came out that other one. Fresh fruit. In crates from where? So this is where the half we found came from. Perhaps these grew on the trees. Then why would you cut them down? But there aren't many trees, and this is a lot of fruit. No, they're in crates, you dinghole. Is this bread? Like dervishes? Maybe. It's bread. That didn't grow on a tree. But it does go in my stomach. 'Cause bread is great! Okay. Fine. Now... It didn't let me cross that way before. So I'm gonna come back in and see if I can go up the stairs in the... Excuse you. Go up the stairs in the middle area. Should get back to 6. Who gives a shit? Before the robot starts telling another story. I want to go back and hear the rest of the story. There's... lots, mistress. Perhaps there's no more to see here, mistress. Oh, there's plenty. There's also a person! I do not wish to stay any longer than necessary. You're not interested in remembering anymore? I'm also not fucking done yet. Love to have a bread tree, right? If I could grow bread... I can remember at my leisure, mistress. But there is nothing here to see. You're a liar. There's so much to see. From within this chamber, I cannot activate the hopper, mistress. Perhaps from the courtyard outside. Stairs? No. Seating. I've not seen this arrangement in a temple before. Temple seating is usually more clearly hierarchical, to allow important people to sit closer to their gods. Well, what's this on the floor right here? Where are you going, mistress? It's called exploring! Why are humans so keen to climb? Because we can. Just cold enough that it was cozy. The Hopper Eye? It was a wait, what? I missed what was said. Fuck. Dang it, chat. It's all your fault. No, I'm just teasing, but if you saw what was said, feel free to tell me. What's this? This is a page from a book. It looks like something from ancient times. And there's some writing. Yeah, I was thinking an amphitheater too. For sure, for sure. So, night was our guess for that. But this is like an observable object. I don't think it's related to time, because this is usually what indicates time, is the eyeball. I don't think it's nothing. I don't think it's sailors or citizens, because those are people. I would probably say story, I guess. But that might be wrong. Verb, story, told, spoke. That makes sense. I didn't even look at the other things up here. Oh yeah, tell. Told, so maybe this is past tense. Interesting. Via or through is this one. But I don't understand why. I would say in. Because it's small and it's familiar with of and, you know, like, what are these words called? Conjunctions? I'm horrible with parts of speech because I wasn't taught it when I was growing up. School was not the most comprehensive. Bread makes me giggle, all those soft static explosions of yeast killing fields. So I'm going to go with in or at. Stories told in life will be... This is person verb. Person verb was speaking will be called or remembered, but I think called is more accurate. I think night, it might be wrong. Will be called. This is time related. Time and something with speech or story and not whatever the fuck this is. Will be called blank, and I guessed this was death. I think this is probably after. Stories told in life, this is probably remembered. As much as I don't want it to be remembered, it's probably remembered. And then I think this is after. Presumably, there used to be more to it than that. Prepositions! That's the ones. Thank you. In, by, for, at. Once you say them, I know what they are. With. I'd guess that this comes from the same site as the piece of paper in the book we found here earlier, so we can triangulate. Boop, boop. In is a component of via. Yes. Or through. This should make the site of the ancient library, the loop easier to find. Hell to the yes, bye-bye. What's that in the corner? Nothing. Noun or verb? Verb my object. Subject? I learned a little bit of those things when I took Swahili in college, but I was very confused. People were asking all of these complicated questions about parts of speech, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so I want to see if we can get to the spot with the rope. I'm very upset that it didn't let me climb the rope before. Let's go. No, I don't want to get off this moon. Too many ghosts. It did shift before. I thought it moved, and I was like, no, that must have been a glitch. That scared the fucking shit out of me. I'm sorry for yelping. That thing didn't move on its own. Someone must have come through that curtain. No. Evidently, it is made of wood, mistress. Yeah, I said that. Weren't you listening? Good faith to you. We mean you no harm. There you are. You won't eat me, ghost. Bless the rivers. Run, go faster. Run after this child. Come back. Also, I want to... Where would... It's just a boy. How long has he been here? Probably his whole life. Didn't expect jump scares in the game. Just startled me. Got a slingshot? Stay back, ghost. I'm the Dread River pirate, Amir. So hand over your robot or I'll run you through. You can have the robot. I hope I was being facetious, but you betrayed me. Mistress. You would hand me over to the first Dread River pirate to come along? Ha! I might run you through anyway. Take this! Ow! You little rodent! Kick his shins! An excellent thwacking, boy. Oh, let's play! We have the wooden sword. Very well, then. If a fight's what you want... Oh, really, mistress? I knew it! I could tell you were a bloodthirsty ghost. Maybe. But ghost or not, you won't hit me like that. Should I tell you what's written on this sword of mine? He probably doesn't care. May gods guide your decision. How about that? Are you impressed? Is that supposed to scare me? This is for you! Stop doing that! Ow! Strike right. Not that way! That's contact. Ow! Enough whacking me with that thing! Whack it back! Who are you? I fainted left and then went right. But, I'm the last face you'll ever see! Take this! Stop it! Water's above! Did you drop your sword, you weakling? I give in! You are vanquished, ghost! Well, aren't you supposed to disappear now? You're very brave. But you don't need to be afraid of me. What about the other one? The other one looks more like a ghost. That's true. And it talks like a ghost, too. I think it is a ghost. You live here all alone? Poke his eyes out. You fight like a cow? Excuse me. I'm a ghost, same as you. I don't live anywhere. Then who's eating those oranges and chopping down the trees? But this is where I haunt. How did you get here? I was on Elbereth. There was a story, you see. A story about a cursed word. I'm sure you know lots of words you shouldn't. I bet you he spoke to the gate and said the wrong thing and ended up here. A bad word. They said to speak it aloud was death, so I spoke it. But what was the word? Tell me. Oh no. No! Not again. I died once already. The word is evil. I spoke it by the Cat Kiss Gate on Elbereth. The gate sent you here? Who called it? Who called it? I'm smart. I'm smart. Good job, brain. How is that possible? The gate is a hopper, mistress. But this boy traveled a lot further than one would expect from a hopper. It just took me, and I found myself here, alone. How long have you been here? We need to get you home, and how did you learn the word? These are all very important questions. Say it! Say the fuck word! Oh, answering a Monkey Island quote. Gotcha. What was I just thinking? Game-wise. Totally lost it. I have no idea. I read chat and that was my downfall. How important? You know, it was something before this. Like I had a thought and then I read these and I read chat and it's gone now. Anyway, how did you learn the word? Lots of people say they know it. I saw it written. Where? I haven't seen another person for so long. I hope you're real. Aww. We'll get you home. How long have you been here? Years and years. I lost count. I was a baby when I came here. Where are we? Probably a toddler. Yeah, it's like a baby in terms of like a young child, so probably like 2 years or so. Probably, because he's got proper speech. He definitely didn't teach himself how to stop pooping in diapers. You can't stay here. The building is collapsing. The gate is a hopper. Hoppers are the things that they're short. Okay. Oh, I remember what it was. So remember when Six said something about the location of this place, and then it seemed to be different locations. So I'm wondering if he said the word and it happened to be close to Elbereth at the time. Like, I wonder if the building is always here or not, or if it moves around. But in any case, just weird theory. I was gonna say, but hoppers are short distance transports, kind of like beaming down from Star Trek. So if we don't have someplace to dock with our ship, then Six will hopper us down to the planet and back up. You don't trust this guy? It's a child. it'll slide away into the rivers below. Can we put this thing back up right? I feel uncomfortable leaving her toppled. The word you spoke. It must have told the Gates Hopper to send you to this place. So this place was directly connected to Elbereth. And still is. A long-distance hopper? Is that possible? Well, we're certainly going to go to the other hopper on this place and try it out. Alright, so we can't actually do anything with the statue. Why would anyone connect anywhere to Elbereth? Was ancient Elbereth more important than we realize? I think the hopper was out on this side. Not to be confused with a dingle hopper. Yes. So you're a robot? Evidently. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. Don't hassle me. First of all, there's a rope. It's a long way down. Yeah, I don't intend to go down that way. I know. Yeah, there's the hopper by the gate. I like to pee off here. It takes forever to splash. Charming. That's disgusting. No, it's not. You should see where we did it on Elbereth. Where did you do it on Elbereth? Looks like a street rat. I don't buy that. I found your fireplace. I didn't realize it was fresh. Impressive. I don't make fires very often. Impressive that he knew how to make a fire, though. How do you light a fire? On one of the upper floors, there's a wire in the walls. It sparks. You can catch the spark on a scrap of cloth, a bit of wood, but then you have to get it down again, where the wood is to burn. I really want to go up. I'm upset that I can't go up. It wouldn't let me touch the rope. Oh, maybe, we couldn't get through the other door either. And how do you eat? No, how do you get up? One of the rooms has food in it. I eat that. How does the fruit stay fresh? I don't know. I think someone brings it, but I never saw them. You mean someone is keeping you here? I don't know. I don't think so. Is there anyone else here? Tell me how to get upstairs. No. Or if there is, I did not see them. Where didn't we do it on Elbereth? Ooh! I want to try up these stairs one more time. I'm thinking he probably used the rope, but I'm upset that it won't let me use it. Stay here. Fabulous advice, mistress. Well, the boy can come with me. Do you have any words for this door? That's the DDR door? I guess not. Did you find anything, mistress? I assume not. Well, you don't have to be a turd about it. I want to come over here with the gate, though. Isn't it, if you light a fire for someone, you'll help them get warm. If you set them on fire, you keep them warm for the rest of their life? Now, what's your name? Amir, I told you. You're not a very smart ghost, are you? What's yours? I'm Aaliyah. Are you from Elbereth? I am. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Not yet! Oh my gosh, so pokey. I was hoping to use the hopper. Were the statue on Mercy and the one here made in the same place? Based on their mineral compositions? It is quite possible, mistress. I will consider the matter. Okay. I so want to get upstairs. Ugh. I don't think you can. Or if you can, it's not something that I have the ability to do. I know, right? I want him to say the word. Hello, very smart friend Lecta. Hey, Aggro! Thank you for being a patron of the Hype for 25 months! I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here's your royal salute! How are you doing? What is up, what is up, what is up? I have finished my consideration of the stone in the statues, mistress. I believe I have a rough location for where the statues were constructed. Ooh! How old? I believe the statues were carved in deep antiquity, perhaps over 1,500 years ago. Alright, I guess let's go back. Mistress. Yeah. Wait, what are you doing? I thought you had a ship? We do. Hold my hand. Alright then. I'll trust you. I'm a very trusting child for someone who hasn't seen people in a long time. I didn't mean to say the word. I didn't know. Be ready, mistress. Oh, he totally meant it. He meant to say it. He just regrets it. And so we left the surface of the site of the tile-fronted building where Amir had been stranded. It was my best approximation, with enough new evidence to find an undiscovered site. Doing well today? Signed into work, but work doesn't work today, so you have free time. Sweet. Yeah, we learned a lot of things here. A lot of things. Many things. How you doing? Doing well. Really very much enjoying this game. I adore it. I'm gonna have to stop soon because my voice is dying, but, you know. I don't think Amir has been on the rivers before. Well, this is my ship. How are you feeling? The same. I don't feel different. But if I have lost my soul, how would I know how I used to feel? No one can take your soul, Amir. Yes, it's lots of reading aloud. And then reading chat and responding to chat. It's a lot of reading. It's yours. What's all that anyway? Out there. That's the nebula. What's the nebula? A bit of it anyway. I think I should get a boat of my own. A pirate should have a boat. You're lucky I found you. My buddy reborn? What buddy? I suppose so. Where would you like me to take you? Because I wouldn't blame him if he wouldn't want to go back to Elbereth. Elbreth, I suppose. It's home. Are there people waiting for you there? Because if not, I have some people who might actually take care of you in Renaki. No. So who's bringing him food? Yes. What? Maybe, I don't know. You must have parents. That's a presumption, especially from an orphan. Now about learning how to do one's laundry. Lots of them. None in particular. What do you think? I don't know where to take him. I think I should get a boat of my own. That doesn't tell me where to bring you, child. A pirate should have a boat. Should have asked him where to go before we brought him on the boat. Now, I can't keep you with me, Amir. As much as I appreciate you, I travel a lot. It's not safe. I'm afraid of nothing. I'm afraid of plenty. I'm a very scaredy ghost. And Six here is afraid of even more. I mean, he might like Mercy. I don't know. I mean, we know what growing up in Elbereth is like. I don't know. Oh, God, this is a hard choice. He has no preference. And I'm worried that I'm worried that maybe someone prompted him to say the word, or that they goaded him into doing it, and somebody definitely knows that he's there if they're bringing food and he's been there years. I don't want them to... Companionship isn't a bad thing. Yes, but he's a child and I'm on a journey that's not very safe and there's conspiracy and shit going on. That's my theory, is that there's a conspiracy. But on the other hand, like, he might have people on Elbreth who take care of him. I could at least maybe bring him to Oroi? Mercy's not a bad spot. I wish I could decide later. But they don't like outsiders, Mercy. And he'd just grow up to be a farmer. Which is not a bad thing, just... It's a little bit of an adventurer. I'm just worried if I take him to Mercy and then I like find someone looking for a kid. I guess I'm gonna go with Mercy. It'll be a better life for him, I think. I mean, each spot has their problems, but I'm worried about whoever knew he was on Elbreth and didn't bring him back. I'm worried they're gonna find him and like send him straight back over there, and then he doesn't know how to get out. Mercy is the most beautiful place I know. They'll have work for you. Someone will take you in. Alright, he gives no shit. I don't mind work. Will there be other children? I don't remember if I saw any children. I didn't see any. Just leave the little crapper there. I hate other children. Alright, so we're making a good choice then. Either that or he grows up on the streets of Elbereth and maybe gets stabbed or transported back to a spot where he'll eventually die by himself. He's not a little crapper, he's a fine child. There's nothing wrong with him. Alright, so tile-fronted building. We had a whole trip over there. Let's go to this unexplored ruin on the way, because it's on the way up to Mersey. I was kind of hoping it would give me the option of bringing him to Renaki, but it did not. So, here we go! Sailing to an unknown moon in the lower reach via the Shrouded Sanctuary and Ghost's Wake. Lady, can I have a go? Don't fucking call me lady. At flying? You want to learn how to sail? Of course I do. Well, first we have a shipwreck. It doesn't look difficult. Finding where you're going is the hardest part. And if I'm going to be a pirate, I need to learn. A shipwreck. I would guess it dates from the Ioxian Empire, mistress. I will investigate. I recovered a tablet made of brass. Just floating out there? I found some carved symbols on the edge. This one's in a phrase run together. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We've got emperor. We've got with, which is the opposite of. We've got you. Got, actually I think that's your. With your. Within. It won't let me double up. So let's go with in. Emperor in your dingus. We did a good. Alright, she got darkness. This is via through, so it's a verb with through and light. Follow Emperor in your. I think follow. But that might be. That would have a motion thing, wouldn't it? Might be hold. Find lost. Oh, follow. We'll try follow. It could be any of those. This is a life-like object. Heart. Let me try see what my other options for follow again. Find, maybe? Because light illuminates? I think find is maybe better. Find the Emperor in your heart. Or fly. It could be a number. It could be any of those. Could be fly. Fly the flag of the Emperor in your heart. Most likely this comes from the same place as a figurine and chipped amulet we found before. Should help us work out where to look for the ruined library. I could take that tablet to Tapi on Elbereth. He might have something from the same site to help me locate it. Hell yeah! If you believe that to be wise, mistress, we also have to go back to Arroy. He will, after all, exact a price. Yes, so. The music is loud? Oh, sorry. I feel like this one will be easier to follow. Well, we're going this way because I missed it. Do you believe the people on Mersey will look after him? Has it been loud this whole time and no one told me? Because it's the same settings as we've always had. I see you are not confident. He'll be fine. I mean, he lived all by himself for years. And if I express that I don't want someone, that he'll be in danger, they'll probably take him. Just disregard the next turning, mistress. Okay. So you're an orphan? No parents? I don't know who my parents are. There are lots of children like me. I was one. Mistress, there's a piece of debris some distance away on the right. Go, 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 go! Not the one we were aiming towards. Excellent. But you cut off his story. Rude. Yes, I want to see the shipwreck, but still! I was hoping he'd tell me more about his life. Date from the Empire. Found a heavy sheet of paper. It must have come from somewhere nearby. There's something inked in here. Yeah! This is the start of a fragment of text. I see, I'm guessing grow. Because there's plant and verb. Empresses? In. Oh wait, I was thinking this was garden, but they didn't let me translate it. Stars? I don't think it's stars, I think it's something about light, because that's verb. That's the wrong thing entirely. Plants. I've done something wrong. Palace. Plants. Come, give me this. In or at. As. I've done something wrong! I still think it's empresses. Because I still think this is garden, this. It just won't let me translate it. This doesn't feel right. Well, fine. In palace. Alright, so we have watch and star. And up. What was this? This was in other words, this shepherd's hook. I just don't remember. Strike, sleep. So it's star but verby. Sleep? Come? I don't feel like it's come. Because there's no movement. This has to do with watch, so it's like human and eyeballs, so human light. Circle. I'm gonna guess sleep. It's probably wrong. Sleep in. Oh, there's an X there. Withering. Palace. That's what I guess. That'll do for now. Past tense. It's not necessarily past tense, the X. This comes from the same place as the tablet and figurine. Triangulate me, daddy! Hell yeah. This book. I've read this book. How? It's an ancient. I thought that was the kid, and I was like, does this have to do with the word? Or it was. I cannot be sure, but mistress. I have read this book. This is mine. This very copy? It does not seem possible. But I have read it many times. Oh, you're referring to Shepherd's Hook. Yeah, I don't remember where else, what other words it was in. The structure is barely intact, mistress. There's nothing there. I'd better have Roy take a look at you. Well, first we're going to Mersey. I went the whole very wrong way. Cratered Moon, Withering Palace, area... Oh boy. I went a very, very wrong way. I thought we were trying to go to Mersey to bring child there. It's a cool spot, though. No, mistress. Please, mistress. He does not like O'Roy. Please do not do that. Are you ready for the drop? Child has things to stay still with. I mean, there is a lot. Alright, let's pass control. On to 6, and we'll go to Mersey and see if they'll take the kid. And if not, I guess we have to bring him back to Elbereth. Will Amir like it here? I think he will.
I led the boy up the muddy path from the ship. His little eyes kept popping out of his head. I thought he was going to lose them.
What is this stuff in the air? It's like breath. It's mist. It rises from the water. It's so cold. How are you feeling? This place is beautiful. It's stuffed with pigs. I've never met a pig. Are they clever? Yeah, actually. No cleverer than you. Oh, good. We'll get along then. I just wanted to come over here. Because we never got to come this way. I don't think it let us. There's something here. Oh, hell yeah! A broken wooden box decorated with studs. Looks like something from the Holy Empire. Hell yes! No inscription. But what's inside? Paper. A charred page from a book. The margin has been inscribed. Ow. Alright, so we have Holy God and Stranger. No good. Holy and Stranger. It's a lot of glyphs, but I'm confident it says Stranger! Woo! Because it was a people and a not safe, and that's a stranger. Stranger, danger. So this is very close to empires. Or what I assume to be empires. Well, I know it's people related, so it's not word. It's got motion. So I'm gonna go with pilgrim. Holy pilgrim, and we're assuming this is harvest. So it's something about growing, people growing. And flower stranger, free stranger, hard, or angry. Maybe, I don't know why it's showing me soldiers. Holy diver. I'm gonna go with free. Because that's a people word. And low has this in front. So I think it's an adjective. And I don't think it's hard or angry. There's nothing that looks hard or angry. I mean, I guess these kind of look like lightning bolts, but I'll look at it again later. She did not like that one. Whoops, I almost didn't nap today. That would have been a tragedy. Same source as the broken box. Got a lot of information on the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mural now. This will make its location easier to locate. Do. But we can't get down here. Alright. I wanted to see if we could wander off. We cannot. I'm glad I decided to go on that little journey there. Alright, I think we gotta go back this way. So we gotta dump this child somewhere. No, I don't really feel like I'm dumping him. I think I'm protecting him from whoever was keeping him there, knowing he was there alone, and then also giving him a better life than he could find in Elbereth. Follow me, Amir. The village is this way. Don't be nervous. Besides, he likes it. How big is this place? You could get lost up here for days.
Everything on Mayerzi was as we left it. The flowers still bloomed. The water still bubbled.
Greetings once more, stranger. Tell us quickly, did you find your man? I'm here about something else. I wondered if you had any space in the village. You wish to move here with your son? Not my kid. Are you from Iox, boy? Elbereth, Mycus. I'm a pirate. Ha! So was I at your age. He has nowhere to go. Where are his parents? Working in a mine? I know you think all Ioxians are evil, but please, and I'm not a fucking Ioxian, damn it. I'm from Elbereth. Amir is an orphan. If I take him back to Elbereth, he will disappear. Like, literally. So raise him yourself. I wouldn't know how, and surely you can find a place for him. I'm just not even opening that as an option. I could look after your pigs, Mycus. I like them. They're funny. You can't say no to that. I gotta go now. Bye! No, I want to make sure that they will actually take care of him. Be clear, Ioxian. I can. But I will not. Follow the path, boy. Call for... Aisha? Aisha? Probably Aisha. Will you come back and visit me? Yeah. Of course I will. I want to make sure you're doing okay. Good faith to you! We will do what we can for him. Can we at least say thank you? Our village needs children's voices. But he will have to work. I hope so too. Good faith to you. I don't like those other options. Boy is excited about those pigs. Wait, I have something for you. Oh, Mistress, the figurine. Fine. Maybe it'll get him to trust me. I was gonna keep it because I'm fond of it, but it belongs with them. Kibenya! You are full of surprises, Ioxian. I'm from Elbereth. Where did you find this? On a distant moon by a ruined house. Just tell him the truth. In the middle of a hurricane. This is a hermit's effigy. Given to a hermit when they go out alone to remind them of the place that gave them birth. See, here. She opens. Eee! Do you see inside? I almost missed the prompt to do it, too, because I was trying to read chat. There's an inscription! We would have missed this! The derp face perfectly lined up with his head when it appeared. That's funny. Youngest says hi. Your youngest? Hello! Water. Us. And... us again. Well, it's verby. Well, offer, give, divide, join. I would guess divide, looks, or separate us and join us. That's my guess. Because build had the join in it, and you put things together to build things, and it's very similar to divide, but different. Waters divide us and join us. Impressive. I'd assumed she was a goddess of fertility, not travel. I'm hoping he'll give me more information. I want him to trust me. But it makes sense that she might be both. I mean, rivers do both. Interesting. Does our goddess ask us to sail? No one knows now how to sail. Iox denies it to us. I would teach you if you wanted. We will put Kibenya back in the well shrine. She prefers the damp. She has been on a long journey, I think. I love this moment. Wait, something fell out. More things? It's here in the grass. Is this a foil? A Rebesca foil? That's what was in the telescope to record. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. May I keep it, please? Please, can I keep it? By all the waters. It is worthless to me. Okay, good. I just didn't want to, like, assume that I could snatch it up. Alright. Your mission of mercy is accomplished, mistress. You have acquired 3 intriguing artifacts here. With luck, we will be able to trace them. There's nothing more you can do for the boy. Should we leave now, mistress? I was very thorough when I came here the first time, so... yeah, okay. I think I should probably call it a day for now. We'll do the dialogue on the ship, and I'll pick where to go, because I think there's a lot of options. And so we left the surface of Mercy, the farming moon. I really want to know what the foil means. I thought we brought the other one to Arroy, but maybe we didn't. I have a hard time because I don't want to stop playing, but I'm starting to get a headache, and I've been talking for like 6 hours straight. The foil, mistress. I do not immediately recognize where it was produced. Someone hid it in that figurine. Renba? Or the original inhabitant of that ruin? And why? I would think it was definitely the hermit. It must contain something of great value. I will triangulate the origin of the foil as best as I can, mistress. All right. So, there's a withering palace near this cratered moon. We've got the site from the mural still that we could try to find. We could go muck around in here. I mean, I don't know where exactly it'll let us fly to. I should really stop, but I have a hard time stopping. I just want to keep playing, but I'm also getting really tired. I need to stop soon. But I want to see the map. Oof. I also use wisdom. Lots of purple in chat today. Okay, so yeah, we can go back to... I'll probably stop by Elbereth because we found a lot of things. So that's what I normally do if we have a lot of artifacts, so we can show them to Toppy. We can now plot a course to the site of the ancient library. Fuck. There's so many places I really, really want to go. All right. I'm gonna have to... All right. I'm gonna set sail for Elbereth so that I remember what we're doing next time. And I think we'll be able to see the end of the game next time. Go and eat. I just ate. I just ate. I'm not hungry. It's just my voice is tired. We must we return to Elbereth, mistress? Yeah. I dislike the place. I don't care. Thought you were always hungry? Yeah, but I ate like 2 hours ago, so give me like a half hour to an hour and then I'll be hungry again. Plus, I had rice and chili, so it's a more hearty meal. Yeah, no? I have ensured we have no weapons with us once more, mistress. I kind of want to take the wooden sword. The stone feet, Six. Even if the stone itself is similar, none of the other statues we've seen have had feet. Maybe this was not a statue of a god, mistress. Maybe it was a person. Apparently good faith to you, Ioxian. My advice is, leave this place. I'm from Elbereth. You cannot eat me. That's cannibalism. All right, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. Let's find somewhere for us to go. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out. I cannot wait to play more of this game. I don't want to stop right now, but again, I've been live for over 6 hours. I know Uptime will lie and tell you I wasn't. That's because my internet went down briefly. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see who is live for us to go visit. I think I know at least somebody who's live. Da-da-da-da-da. But I also like to sort it. I like to look on Stream Puppy so I can sort it by time that they've been live, just in case, so I don't like raid somebody that is about to go offline. Okay, you know what's a good... Okay, perfect. So we were sailing around, right? We were sailing around on a river in space, like all this sci-fi shit. Well, you want to do some more sci-fi exploration in a ship-like object? Of course you do! Let's go see Will. We haven't been there in raiding style in a while. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you guys would come with me, drop some meerkats into his chat. If you don't have the currency to unlock them or the sub status to use them in whatever channel you want, then just drop some hearts in there for me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you over in Will's channel and on Discord, and I will be back featured on Will and Fiona's channels and Kyle's if he's streaming on Friday at 5 p.m. I won't be streaming myself, but you can hear my shenanigans at that time, 5 p.m. on Friday, Pacific. And then I will be back on Saturday streaming A Mortician's Tale, followed by my time at Portia, because I think A Mortician's Tale is only an hour long and we'll have plenty of extra time. So I want something that's like cute to go afterwards. Anyway, so that's the deal. Thanks for being here. I will see you another time, friends. Go raid! Bye!